Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol GE, General Electric. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Before I get started, from a disclosure perspective, unfortunately for me, I do own GE in my retirement accounts from the long perspective, so just keep that in mind as I go through the analysis. So I did this analysis a couple days ago, and I talked about and specifically called out the importance of that level right there at $12. And I hate when I'm right, but yeah, the price broke down below it yesterday, and then things just continue to fall apart today. Granted, yeah, the markets have been shaky, but still, GE is now essentially right back at lows. But that does bring about, the first kind of key level that I want to talk about. So let's do a little house cleaning first. I'm just going to get rid of that line. Sure, that level still pertains. It's just not relevant anymore. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's clutter with lines everywhere you look. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. And the other update I should have done first is just based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed above, which I already mentioned, they tend to act as resistance. So if there is any sort of bounce, next week or over the next few weeks, $12, something tells me is going to really be a thorn in the side of the chart. Not saying the price can never ever get back up above it, but if the price is going to be able to get up above it, the bulls are really going to have to bring their A game at that point in time. Now, the one interesting dynamic, and this is more from a trading perspective, and I suppose really just an overall health of the chart perspective, is that the price is now sitting right here at these previous lows of right around $11.20. If I scrunch up the chart, then you can see that things have been in a downtrend, and even with that downtrend, the price is sitting at levels that it hasn't potentially may have never seen. I'm not quite sure if the price has ever been down this low at all, whether that may be a couple decades ago. But as far as near-term history is concerned, yeah, this is at a historic level, and if the price cannot hold up above there, then that just implies that the overall trend is getting continuation, which means more bearishness and, the bears just remaining in full control. There was a little bit of time, and that's why I started doing the video, where the bulls were showing some signs of strength, obviously, with a very nice bounce there. But at the end of the day, that bounce is in trading lingo what we would call a total dead cat bounce. In other words, it was a fake bounce. There is no true power behind it. What gives me the right to say that? Well, a whole lot of common sense, because I think we can all agree that if this did have any sort of true power behind it, the price would literally not be back to where it all started. I mean, price movements with true power progress forward, right? They don't go back to where they were. And unfortunately, it's right back to where it was. So we'll see what happens with it next week. But yeah, from a trading perspective, 1120 could potentially see some sort of bounce here. We shall see. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.